The ruling party Nuratan attempted to review the citizens' problems individually. The party members organized an open house, which implied bringing the authorities and population together in discussing urgent issues. However, it appears that Nuratan was not ready to cope with the load of complaints, and the disappointed people turned to reporters for help.
For 3 hours on Thursday, the ruling party Nuratan accepted complaints from citizens dissatisfied with the work of state bodies. Since the beginning of the year, the party's public chamber received more than 2,000 such complaints. The party's public chamber promised to bring exclusively the highest city officials, although that did not work out in the end, as the city administration was represented by second-tier clerks. Nevertheless, the party proudly declared the action a success. We made it easier for residents, as they may solve all their problems in one place instead of going to numerous offices. Residents themselves, though, had a different opinion. A 70-year-old woman held a one-person protest in front of the Nuratan office as she cannot solve her problem. Raisa Romanova told reporters she is tired of knocking on officials' doors for 20 years, as she still cannot retain her rights for a property which was taken away from her by relatives.
Where can I find justice? Tell me, what should I do? Next week I will lie down on the court stairs. I will seek justice until I die.
The corresponding city official accepted the woman's claim, but Romanova does not really believe in a positive outcome, just like many others who came here on Thursday.
As a matter of fact, they have lied to us again. None of the promised officials showed up.
Nuratan initially promised to bring the Almaty city court judge, but that didn't happen.
This is just a formality, nothing more or less.
When the visitors understood that they are the only advocates of their problems and cannot really rely on the authorities anymore, they appealed to journalists asking for their assistance.
In the meantime, journalists also experienced difficulties in conducting their professional duties. On Thursday, the crew covering the Kometa S case nearly lost their cameras. The court guard attempted to take it away. The first trial over the only printing house which agreed to publish the opposition newspapers was rescheduled. The enterprise owner is trying to prove in court that the tax agency's claims are illegitimate. The next hearing will take place on July 27th. A young man in uniform tried to prevent the filming. When asked for an ID, he responded quite aggressively and said that shooting in the court hall is prohibited. Lawyer Sergei Utkin explained the officer that only the judge can make a decision like that, and only during a hearing. This seemed to make the officer retreat. Regarding the Kometa S case, Utkin said the process will be complicated. The fiscal authorities obliged the owner of the printing house, Yulia Kozlova, to pay the tax debts. Commenting the situation, Utkin called it a legal precedent.
For some reason, the fiscal authorities applied the transfer pricing for internal operations. In other words, a Kazakh printing house that sells its products locally all of a sudden became a violator for introducing cheaper prices. Following this logic, all state procurement organizations that pick low-price companies are violating the law. It looks like only companies which post high prices are right, while those with small prices are wrong. With this trial, we expect the justice to prevail over this issue.
A second grader sued the Kazakh Education Ministry for publishing a textbook full of mistakes. The young plaintiff Alikhan Zhumanov estimates his moral damage for the reading of the book at $700. The case was submitted to Astana's Yesil District Court.
An Almaty pupil, Alikhan Zhumanov, is dissatisfied with the highway regulations textbook for first and second graders. His lawsuit against the Education Ministry, which approved the publishing of the textbook, was forwarded to the Yesil District Court in Astana. Aside the moral damages compensation, the boy demands officials to apologize. My friends found only a couple of mistakes, but I found lots. The textbook is written by Satenbek Ruspayev and reviewed by the ex-chairman of the Road Police Department of the Kazakh Interior Ministry, Umirzak Tusumov. With the circulation of 12,000 copies, the book was approved by the Education, Healthcare and Interior Ministries. There are many streets, long and short, wide and narrow in the place you live. But what is a street? You know, I have a feeling he is talking to himself in this book. The boy is assisted by his father in his legal endeavors. Nariman Isimbekov has two sons, both of whom attend elementary school. The man does not like many modern textbooks, but this one became the last straw. We have an education minister, after all, which should control things like that. The state granted it the power to manage the education system. The education minister did not apologize to the boy yet, but promised journalists that his department will check all new textbooks for mistakes. We are verifying it currently. There were some complaints about the book, but the printing house printed it anyway, so all the guilty will be punished accordingly. Ali Khan's lawsuit was forwarded to the Kitab printing house by the Education Ministry. It appears that mistakes were made because originally the book was written in Kazakh and then translated into Russian, likely very literally.
This is all we have for now. Join us tomorrow for more. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.